again, I'm Barbie, and a little background on myself. I've taught second grade, I've taught third grade, and this is my fourth year of being the STEM teacher. And I walked into this wonderful STEAM lab that Kristen Tanner left. And so it was like heaven on earth, and anything you could ever imagine, and every grant possible was written. So I'm walking into everything, and me being a very type A personality, it was a big mind shift for me to have loudness and chaos and everything everywhere and kids everywhere and no right answer, and just a complete mind shift. And so I welcomed it. I wanted it to happen. But at the same time, I mean, it was a whole new world. And with that, and being somewhat of a perfectionist, it was hard for me to not be on my A game all the time. Which, as a teacher, you become accustomed how you're doing things in the classroom. And this was completely brand new. I felt like a brand new teacher. Luckily, Kristen was there to hold my hand every single step of the way, and she still does. She's my lifesaver. And so when this conference came up and I saw this topic, I thought, oh my goodness, like they found me out, because it resonated with me so much. Because I mean, I feel like an imposter. Like, even when I'm with you all in meetings and you're talking about, I don't know, computer science and all the different types of coding and the language, it's a language all of its own, and I'm still learning. And even though this is my fourth year, there's so much I don't know. And so I attended Lilibeth's breakout session, or her workshop, and I thought, oh my goodness, this is speaking to me. It feels like I'm in therapy right now. And so I thought, well, if I feel this way, other people might feel this way too. So the title was Leading on Each Other to Overcome CS Imposter Syndrome. And even though this was specific to computer science, I feel like it could go into other areas of your life as well. So next slide. Maybe. So what is imposter syndrome? It's an internal experience of believing that you're not as competent or as others think that you are. So you always have that self-doubt. You might have the appearance that you have it all together, or that you organize and you know what's happening because you're teaching kids, but that internal struggle is happening. You feel like a phony. At any moment you're going to be found out that you're a fraud. You don't feel like you belong where you are, that you only got there through dumb luck. Someone left and you wanted to jump in and take their spot. So all of these feelings and emotions, I'm like, oh yeah, this is me. This term was first used by psychologists in the 70s, and most thought it applied to high achieving women. So next, please. Some characteristics of imposter syndrome: self-doubt, inability to realistically assess your competence and skills, attributing your success to external factors. So things that would happen, you think, oh, I didn't get there because I did it. You got there, or you achieved that because somebody else helped you or gave it to you. You berate your performance, the fear that you don't live up to expectations of everyone else. You're overachieving, you sabotage your own success, and you set very challenging goals, and then you always feel disappointed when you do not reach them. And luckily, 70% of the United States feel the same way at least one time in their life. Maybe not necessarily about their job, but in something else, some other aspect. And there are different types of imposters. So there's the expert, the perfectionist, the natural genius, the soloist, and the superhero. So I want you to take some time to read those descriptions. And in the chat, I would like you to type in what kind of imposter you see yourself as, and you could have a combination. So I'll give you just a few minutes to do that. So I'm not laughing at you. I'm laughing with you because I feel as a teacher, we have we can relate to each other on this. So I see perfectionist, and Kristen, I would also put some more on you. Expert, Emily's expert, a soloist, a natural genius, yeah, superhero. I also feel that it's hard for teachers to ask for help. We want to be able to do it ourselves, and if we ask for help, we feel like we are incompetent, and then people will see through us. And I don't know why that is. Maybe that's just me, but okay. Next. Some symptoms of being an imposter: your work performance. You have fear of your colleagues and supervisors that they're always wanting to expect more and that you're going to be unable to deliver that. You take on a lot of responsibilities and you avoid taking on any additional tasks. You could distract from or compromise the quality of other tasks. You have a lot of self-doubt. You're unable to recognize your own accomplishments. You attribute your success to outside factors, not yourself. You have job dissatisfaction and burnout. You have feeling of inadequacy. You avoid seeking promotion. You feel you don't deserve a promotion. And you focus on tasks and goal setting, and you're an overachiever. Which I don't feel like some of these are bad things. I mean, I don't know. Sometimes it's motivation. I don't know. But it definitely can have some mental health impacts on you. It can cause anxiety, fear of being a fraud, depression, frustration, a lack of self-confidence, and shame. But experts do not consider imposter syndrome a mental health condition officially. So here are some ways to help yourself. It's not all doom and gloom. You can get help. You just have to change your mind shift. You have to change the narrative. Let's see, how do I hide this so I can see everything? There we go. So if you have a symptom of being the least educated or experienced person, well, you can learn and explore, attend trainings, workshops, webinars, conferences, and tell yourself, I get to learn from all these more educated, experienced colleagues. Not that they know more than I do, but I can learn from them, and I will be more experienced the next time we meet. Another symptom is not knowing the programs, the software, the equipment, the acronyms, or you're always asking a lot of questions. It's good, research and ask questions. We tell our students there's no dumb question. Schedule time to connect with other people. Tell yourself, I have topics to research. I have a reason to connect with others outside of the meeting. Having nothing to offer, contribute to the discussion. You have no initiative. You just need to recognize the role that you do play, that you can prepare for the next meeting, and realize that you did gain information from being there, and you have information that you could bring back to others. It might be not a whole plethora of information, but there's something that you took from a meeting that you could go back and share. And you have to build those relationships. You have to learn to lean on each other. So you can lean on your local community, your colleagues, your administration, colleagues from across the district. You can lean on Kristen Tanner, your regional community, which is our local CSTA chapter, neighboring districts, the county, the industry, and then the computer science education community. And there are those listed there. Some tips: you can separate your feelings from facts. Sometimes you listen to your heart, not your head, and you can then get in your head, and it can really be not a good situation. Take notes of your accomplishments. We all do things that are good. We do things that are successful, and don't berate yourself. Keep those in mind that yes, I might have had a bad day, or that lesson plan didn't work, but something worked. If anything, learn from your mistake that didn't work, and do something else. And comparison is the thief of joy. So we've got to stop comparing ourselves to everyone else. Turn imposter syndrome on its head. Talk to other people. Talk to therapists, but talk to other teachers. I bet they're feeling, similar to you, or they have in the past. And if you share your frustrations or feelings about different things, you'd be surprised they might be feeling the same way. So you're not alone. And there is the information from Lilibeth if you want to contact her. And the full slideshow is on the shared drive under the CSTA Conference folder. So the whole slideshow there. I just pulled some slides that spoke to me. So thanks for listening.